Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari.
Jai Gopi Jana Vallabha Girvaradhari.
Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana.
Yashodanandana Brajajana Ranjana.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Yamuna Tira Vanachari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai.
Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadrama.
Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Baladeva, Jaya Subhadrama.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada.
Jaya Gurudeva, Jaya Gurudeva.
Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev, Guru Dev.
जय जय जगन्नाथ बलसुंदर महारानी की और निताई की जय हो। Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki
Jai.
jai, all the assembled Vaishnavas ki jai, all Premanand. So, let's go to, okay, 619, right, 619. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tado Jayamudiraye
Tato Jayamudiraye.
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavate Uttama Shloke
Bhagavate Uttama Sloke.
Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki.
Jai Gantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai ho. So reading from 6th canto, chapter 19, text number 12. Tasyadishvara sakshat tam eva purusha paraha tam sarva yagya yijyam Viyeyam phala bhugbhavan. Okay. Yes, translation. My Lord, you are the master of energy, and therefore you are the supreme person. You are sacrifice, Yajna personified. Lakshmi, the embodiment of spiritual activities, is the original form of worship offered unto you. Whereas you are the enjoyer of all sacrifices. Tasya Adishwara Sakshat. Adishwara. Purusha Para. Okay, next. He said, Guna Vyaktir Eyam Devi Vyanjako Guna Bhugbavan Tam Hi Sarva Sharira Atma Shriha Sharirendriya Shyaha Nama Rupena Bhagavati. Next line. Tatyastam Apashrayaha. Apashrayaha. Okay, next. Translation. Mother Lakshmi, who is here, is the reservoir of all spiritual qualities, whereas you manifest and enjoy all these qualities. Indeed, you are actually the enjoyer of everything. You live as the super soul of all living entities, and Goddess of Fortune is the form of their bodies, senses, and minds. She also has a holy name and form, whereas you are the support of all such names and forms and the cause for their manifestation. Okay, so purport by Divine Grace Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai ho. Madhvacharya, the Acharya of Tattvadis, has described this verse in the following way. Vishnu is described as Yajna personified, and Mother Lakshmi is described as spiritual activities and the original form of worship. In fact, they represent spiritual activities and the super soul of all Yajna. Lord Vishnu is the super soul even of Lakshmi Devi, but no one can be the super soul of Lord Vishnu, for Lord Vishnu himself is the spiritual super soul of everyone. According to Madhvacharya, there are two tattvas or factors. One is independent and other is dependent. The first tattva is the Supreme Lord Vishnu, and the second is Jiva tattva. Lakshmi Devi, being dependent on Lord Vishnu, is sometimes counted among Jivas. The Gaudiya Vaishnavas, however, describe Lakshmi Devi in accordance with the following two verses from Premaya Ratnavali of Baldev Vidyabhushan. The first verse is a quotation from Vishnu Puran. Nityeva sa jagan mata Vishnu Shri Annapayini Yatha Sarvagato Vishnus Tathevayam Dijo Atma Vishnu Shivha Shaktas Tisras Tasu Ya Kirtita Para Swaiva Shristad Abhinneti Raha Shishyan Prabhur Mahan. O best of Brahmanas, Lakshmi Ji is a constant companion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu, and therefore she is called Annapayini. She is the mother of all creation. As Lord Vishnu is all pervading, his spiritual potency, Mother Lakshmi Devi, is also all pervading. Lord Vishnu has three principal potencies: internal, external, and marginal. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has accepted Parashakti, the spiritual energy of the Lord, as being identical with the Lord. Thus, she is also included in the independent Vishnu Tattva. In the Kanti Mala commentary on the Prameya Ratnavali, there is this statement. ननु क्वचित् नित्यमुक्ता जीवातं लक्ष्मया स्वीकृतं तत्राह प्राहेति नित्यवेति पद्य सर्वव्याप्ति कथानेन कलाकाष्ठेति आदिपद्यद्वे शुद्धो अपीति उक्ता च महाप्रभुना स्वशयान् प्रति लक्ष्म्या भगवद् अद्वैतम् उपादिष्टम् क्वचित् यत् तस्यास्तु द्वैत्वम् उक्तं तत्तु तत् आविष्ट नित्यमुक्ता जीवम् आदाय संगतमस्तु. authoritative Vaishnava disciplic successions count the goddess of fortune among the ever liberated living entities, Jivas in Vaikuntha. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in accordance with the statement in the Vishnu Purana, has described Lakshmi as being identical with the Vishnu Tattva. The correct conclusion is that the descriptions of Lakshmi as being different from Vishnu are stated when an eternally liberated living entity is imbued with the quality of Lakshmi. They do not pertain to Mother Lakshmi, the eternal consort of Lord Vishnu. Okay. Okay, so we can put the shloka number 12. तस्यादिश्वर साक्षात् त्वम् एव पुरुषा परा त्वं सर्वयज्ञ अज्ञेयं श्रेयं फलभूत भवान् ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुन्मृतं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिस्वरूप दामोदर स्वामिति नामिने नमसा भक्तमनाय मणिपुरोद्भवाय च शिलप्रभुपाद लसत्वानि प्रचारिणताय ते नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण जय गणेश भागवतम So in this verse tasya adhishwaraha sakshat. So and purusha para. So here it is the prayers, the description of the prayers. So here the Lord is described as the supreme person or the yagya personified. He is a purusha para. Tvam sarva yagya yajyam. Sarva yagya. So all yagyas uh, are meant for him. So it is important to understand uh, like Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita, uh, this science of purpose. So Krishna explains in second chapter of Bhagavad Gita many times. So he says like whatever purpose is served by a great reservoir of water, a small same is served by a small well. So this science of purpose is one of the very important science. Our modern scientific understanding, we have a lot of developments, but this is one of the important questions which have no answer. Purpose. So we have some universe, some laws, but why? What is the purpose of this universe? There is no answer. Why this universe, basically? So Krishna describes this science of purpose a lot. So he's saying, so one who knows the purpose. Uh, so he's describing with the example of well, and also that whatever little that if you know clearly the purpose, why it is all there, what is the purpose, then you get the whole result. So it is not an ordinary question actually. Uh, it can go further, deeper and deeper and bigger and bigger. So one can ask the question, purpose of this universe, like modern science. Similarly, the purpose of Vedas, but Lord describes such a such a vast Vedas, with so many shlokas, so many explanations, and various categories, right? But what is the purpose of these Vedas? So this purpose, hmm, so many Vedic literatures are there, right? What is the purpose? What is the so there is a lot of detail about this. Krishna explains, uh, I am the purpose. All this Vedic literature. Sarvema Veda, Am Eva Vidya. Right? In 15th chapter later he says, by all Vedas I am to be known. 15, I think. Yeah. By all Vedas I am to be known. So one who knows purpose can immediately transcend and fix on the final thing very easily. So purpose, how will one will know the purpose? So purpose can be known only by the person, uh, the source, the person behind. And through parampara, one can hear the purpose. Otherwise, one can get lost in the Vedas, in the Upanishads, in the knowledge per se. One can get lost. Not one lifetime, millions of lifetime he can get lost because the amount of knowledge here is infinity is a very small word before that, so he can get lost. But if one hears from the top, from the proper source, from parampara, from Lord, from Guru, then he can immediately know and transcend and get and protect himself from getting lost. Every knowledge is a vast, material knowledge, scientific knowledge, and even the scriptural knowledge is unlimited. Unlimited. So many times people can get lost in the various. That Krishna himself says, "Don't get lost in the flowery language of the Vedas." In the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So there is every chance to get lost, and we see either in scientific knowledge or in scriptural knowledge, there is every chance to get lost. So that is why Krishna again and again describes it. What is the purpose? And do Nistraya Guru Bhava Arjuna. Rise out the three Vedas, modes of which are basically talking about the modes of nature, right? So similarly Yagya, which is being taught. So there is a lot of details about the yajna in the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna is explaining why yajna is there, what system of yajna he has made in this universe nicely. So there also same question comes, what is the purpose of the yajna? Final, the last purpose. So yajna means Vishnu. Krishna explains, I am the purpose. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam. Of all yajnas, I am the enjoyer. I am the final person. So this knowledge uh, has to come from the top, like Lord gives and passes. Otherwise, one cannot know. One cannot know. He can get lost in Sanskrit. He can get lost in Chanda. He can lost in grammar. He can lost in memorization of hundreds and thousands of shlokas. He can get lost in so many possibilities without knowing the final person, the goal of everything. So same actually this is described by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Sanatana Goswami in lot of detail. It is same Krishna who is speaking to Arjuna, and there same Krishna is speaking to Sanatana Goswami. So it describes lot of detail. Uh, the purpose of the whole Vedic literature, why they are there. So Mahaprabhu describes that the whole idea is to bring out the Supreme Lord, to understand and eventually realize the living entity being lost in this matter, uh, to get distinguished that the Supreme Lord there, to realize Him and eventually relate to Him. So then one will be Shantim Rachati, he will be very happy, satisfied, peaceful. Otherwise, in this world, whatever you get, you will never be satisfied. That is guaranteed. One can write down on his diary. Whatever one is aspiring for, material or any kind of thing, relationships, friendships, material assets, very nice papers, positions, companies, whatever, etc. He will never be satisfied. That is guaranteed. So intelligent man, intelligent person, man or woman, should realize that this is not the place. At least this is minimum intelligence required. Otherwise, what good is intelligence? Just solving some equations here and there. That's not intelligence. It's called muda. So then one realizes, now what is symptom of one realizing? Then he will not run after those things. It's not that I understand and Bhagavatam, and once Bhagavatam is finished, everything is finished. 9 o'clock, everything over. You realize and then act in that mood, in act in direction. Then that is meaningful. If one cannot do right now, one can plan and put it as a goal. That I should orient my life, my thoughts, my consciousness, my activities in such a way that is fully channelized to serving the Lord. Yagya Arthat, the master of Yagyas, Yagyapati. So that way, uh, he'll, he'll not be entangled here. Krishna gives a very nice system that you can carry on your activity at the same time, get liberated. The whole yoga system is very beautiful. It's all gone. Now it's only industry and factories. Only some little percentage is doing. So, so that way one can channelize his life. So the secret of success is that once you, the person whom you love, if he is happy, then you will feel happy. This is the secret of spiritual happiness, and which is the last happiness of satisfaction. So when we, that means when the Lord is happy, Lord is satisfied, the core of our heart of a living being, then the living being will be happy and satisfied. That is why, so when we do yagya, the Sankirtan yagya, and if you can possibly, you can do scientific Sankirtan yagya for the pleasure of our Shripad Maharaj, then life will be perfect, guaranteed, sure, there's no doubt. But one has to do it patiently, constantly, nityam, bhagavat seva, and patiently, step by step, slowly, slowly, keep on doing, keep on doing, keep on doing. Like for example, when we put the robot on the Mars, no? Like space sciences. So it's not that you get a headline in the newspaper, oh, today NASA has put a robot on the Mars, and that's all. We got headline one day, but how much work has been done for years together, step by step, step by step, step by step. So many teams working under a constant guidance, direction of a superior to achieve and finally get this news one day. Similarly, in Krishna consciousness, in our journey to serve our Lord, our Master, it is step by step, slow and slow, keep on doing, keep on doing, keep on doing. If you try to be hurry, the rocket will blast on the journey before even going out of the atmosphere of the earth. So, in every step there is a danger, right? Any movement, even after reaching Mars, it may not open up because we remember we studied a little bit long ago. But we have forgotten almost 95%. Every step. So you have to patiently and constant guidance achieve this. So similarly, like they have this mission Mars, mission Moon. We have mission. We have our Shipad mission. We have Narada mission. It has to achieve with patience, day by day, day by day, day by day. So, under the constant guidance and the association of a team, Vaishnavas, same. Then, while doing, the unlimited doubts and impurities, they will be verified, uh, verified. And then one can start seeing Lord, connecting to Him, relating to Him, not just realization, His presence. So, like that, uh, one can meet the Yagyapati. But one should not be in hurry, not try to jump over. Many times you get too enthusiastic. Enthusiasm is good, but too much enthusiasm and then get frustrated is not allowed. Carry on and on. That's our journey. And then by mercy of Guru, Acharyas, things will fall in place. Every step, every step. So, uh, there are many other details, but we'll stop today here. Uh, Our Lakshmi Mata is also being described in the next verse. Lakshmi Mata is not an ordinary Mata. Our attachment for the Lord is beyond conception of ordinary beings like us. So that could be tremendous details, but at least this much we can share with our limited uh, help now. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you for this wonderful class. Yeah, we have two questions.
Yeah, okay,
We'll
we'll take
take
two questions.
them and yes, Ajit Kesabro, please.
Hmm.
Hare Krishna Maharaj Dandava.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat.
Maharaj, now you told too much enthusiasm and then get frustrated is not allowed.
What is that?
I'm audible, Maharaj?
Ah,
Now
yeah,
this,
good. Goodly order. Just one, two words I missed. Huh?
no, you just now, Maharaj, you told too much enthusiasm and then get frustrated is not allowed.
Yeah.
But without enthusiasm, we cannot even do service because enthusiasm and is required, Maharaj.
True.
But what happens when we get more and more involved in the service?
Hmm.
So enthusiasm graph also grows, means like that, because definitely when we don't get result, little bit, but more we get involved, enthusiasm is also increasing. So is there means when person is more involved in the service and more, so there will be a possibility of getting frustrated or
No, no. There is no question of frustration in Krishna consciousness. Idea is this. See, Krishna talks yuktaharasya, right? Yukta, balanced. Everything in life is balance is important. Yukta, sixth chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So enthusiasm is important. Utsaha, Nisha, Dhairya, right? So Utsaha is our ingredient, no doubt. But Dhairya is also ingredient. Patience, perseverance. So what is the difference between enthusiasm and over enthusiasm? Here's the point. Enthusiasm is a must. Uh, Prabhupada, when he was on the bed in the last days, he was enthusiastic. Take me out to Vrindavan. I want to go out for preaching. In the last days, our Shripad Maharaj described how Prabhupada is enthusiastic in the last days. And same our Shripad Maharaj, you see. He said, I will put a bulletproof if there are difficulties and go out for preaching. So this enthusiasm is unlimited, it increase, no doubt. When we say over enthusiasm means it's kind of you can become blind, you don't listen to the seniors, you don't listen to the higher directions. That is called over enthusiasm. There, the chances of frustration is out there. Means you have lost a proper way of working. Confidence, say, like we say, no, overconfidence means you are so much confident that you are not listening to above, who are always guiding and protecting. Then there are chances of going in the wrong direction. That is why enthusiasm followed by higher direction, superiors, Guru, senior Vaishnavas. Then the energy will remain always channelized in a proper way. Over enthusiasm means you become, you got the idea, right? That's what it means. Clear?
yes, Maharaj. Thank you.
Yes, Ritvik, please.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Dhanyavad. Yes, Mataji, my question is like we should have enthusiasm, and at the same time we should also have humility. Both the things,
We should have.
humility,
Ah,
humility.
ah,
Uh, but sometimes what happens with enthusiasm, like we impose all the our conception on everyone. Sometimes, like you should do what I tell, but I could not able to balance these two things, humility and enthusiasm parallelly. How to go, man?
ah, okay. Well, you see, one should realize his situation, his position, and there should not be any doubt in that his situation or his position. We are very, very tiny beings. You see, what we are in the face of this universe, the Lord who is doing everything. A tiny phenomena I study and spend 5 years and publish some papers and get PhD, and the person who is doing unlimited phenomena in the universe, what I am. So, if one remembers that I am very, very small, uh, only by the energy, by the mercy of the Vaishnavas, Guru, I am sustaining. Like Lord is sustaining this universe, the mercy of Vaishnavas and Guru is sustaining my life. So that foundation has to be set strong. In this there should not be any doubt. With that foundation, enthusiasm is good. Of course, this is not a something you start and then finish. No, it is a gradual evolution of consciousness. As we do seva, as we enthusiastically serve, purification happens like a feedback loop, and then you get better thoughts, better mood. So like that, it is a combination of both, uh, and so in in this there is no doubt that even if I do big things in terms of people in this world, what they think big. When you do a big thing like with big money, with big project, all then they think it big, which actually may not be big, which is nothing in front of the Lord who is doing whole universe, and universe is unlimited universe. And also for him, big is something very different, not this projects and money. Though there is also, you can hear me.
Yes, Maharaji.
Okay, in between something device. So this combination of this is essential. If there is no humility, enthusiasm can become blind. That's what I was trying to explain. But without enthusiasm, if you are only very down and in the name of humility become, oh, I have no energy, I have nothing, and I become down, that is also not allowed. So it's a combination uh, full of energy and enthusiasm for serving the Master, serving the Lord. Uh, Actually, one if he is in one right frame of mind, so much energy will come from the Lord. From empowerment, it's called Shakti Sanchar. Like Mahaprabhu after giving the teachings to Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, he put his hand on their head, and he said, "Let all this be manifest in your heart." So, uh, so that mercy, because of that mercy only, so much happens. We become surcharged with energy to preach. Without their energy, what one can do? So this humility is foundational. There is no question of any doubts about humility. It's a foundational thing which is a like you wear neck bead, right, all the time. Similarly, you wear the neck bead of humility. So that cannot change. And of course, when we do seva, enthusiasm is there. So that is why when we become very enthusiastic, still we should follow in that situation also, so that we are not taken away by little success we get, very tiny success we get. So that is why all scriptures in Acharya Guru again and again they are describing always in the direction of superiors. Krishna consciousness, spiritual life means if it is not under the proper guidance, it becomes a disturbance actually. And that's what we see many times. Somebody wants to do independently seva, no guidance, no superior person guiding. Then eventually, because his heart is impure, who will correct him? He will think this is the right way to serve Srila Prabhupada. All these wrong conceptions. Without a proper living person, you need living person who can sometimes slap on your face if you are going wrong. Okay, so this much for today. We'll see you all next time. So let us be enthusiastic in serving Shripad Maharaj with whatever situation, circumstances, little, whatever allows, we will do. Carry on. And by His mercy, by His blessings, lot of things will come out. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. धन्यवाद. Holiness Surgajan Maharaj ki jai. Thank you all for joining. See you all in tomorrow's class. Hare Krishna.